What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host of the evening, Disco Potato, coming at you live with this roll of duct tape. And today, we have a great game of League for you guys. Now, off to a great start here. We have two bans right off the bat from either side. We have a Gnar and a Viego, and then we have Rammus and Cho'Gath. Finally, we have a set ban. Okay, nicely done. And a Yasuo ban on the final pick. So now we're going to see our picks from either team here. We do have our Griz on red side, by the way, against the Vikings. All right, Udyr as a first pick. Very interesting. You don't see many Udyrs around when playing the game, you know. Not many at all. Alright, we'll see what a big pickle decides to choose as we go into the game here. Interesting. Oh, Elise. Okay. Interesting jungle pick against Udyr. Okay. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting matchup. To say the least. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, hover of Caitlyn. And a Caitlyn lock-in for the ADC. Alright, nice pick. Okay, checking it out. Raid boss Rammus. Bring it back to you. Ice cream paint job. Alright, we have a Lulu pick. Okay. Now, our support typically plays a lot of Lulu, so I'm not surprised that they decided to pick as kind of like a... If you're picking an ADC, you're most likely going to pick a support, so may as well pick a counter pick to your support, aka stealing what support you might have gone with. So, it's interesting. Okay, an Ezreal pick. Alright. Ezreal against Caitlyn. Ezreal Lulu against Caitlyn something. Okay, Gragas hover and a Gragas lock-in. Alright. Interesting. Very interesting. We'll take a look here. Checking to see what's going on as their first ban of the second phase, I should say. First ban of second phase. Okay. A Camille ban. They must have a pretty good Camille player because I hate Camille. I feel like I'm not a big fan of Camille myself. I guess if you're a really good Camille player, then like you're really good. You know. So, you know, I can see that. Alright, Seraphine pick. Gotcha. Okay, and an Echo ban. Okay. And Leona ban. They're really counteracting and targeting the support right there with those last two bans. That's for sure. Because UMT hadn't really picked their support. Unless the Gragas is the support. And then they just wasted two bans, which, you know, fine with that. I'm pretty sure we're all fine with that. So, yeah. We'll see. The Yone. Yone. Nice and done. Senna. Okay. Alright. Riddle me this, Batman. Okay. Is it actually Senna Lulu bottom with Ezreal mid lane? What is going on here? Alright. Got my thinking glasses on. Thinking glasses engaged, okay? Pulling out some 5-head big brain plays right here, okay? We know Lulu and Thresh are both supports, right? Right. Yes. Okay, correct. Now, ooh, Zyra as the last pick. Alright. Interesting. Now, Lulu, Senna, and Thresh can all be supports. Now, here's where it gets tricky, okay? Senna and Ezreal can both be ADCs, so that can work. So we'll see what can happen there. Okay, is this it? Is this the top? Okay, interesting. Okay, I was thinking Ezreal might go mid. He's a lot better on himself, right, than some of the other ones were. Lulu top lane is something I did not expect. Okay, definitely didn't expect that. Udyr jungle, that was obvious. Ezreal mid, set a Thresh as a bot lane. Okay. I honestly thought Thresh and Lulu would be swapped there. I definitely thought that. I was definitely thinking Thresh could go and he could be an AD. You know, he can build AD like Bruiser style. Like I've seen it done. I actually don't know with the new items if it's viable anymore, because his big thing used to be Static Shiv, and so Static Shiv and just building straight attack speed Thresh was like really strong, especially in ARAM. Like that's really strong. You know, it's really fun to play. So that's interesting. Okay, this team comp is just. I'm losing my mind over here. I'm losing my mind. I don't know about you guys, but I'm losing my mind. This is wonky AF. Jeez. Okay. Gragas top. Elise Jung. Yone mid. Caitlyn Zyra bot lane. Caitlyn Zyra is pretty strong. I can see it. Okay. Definitely see it. Going back and forth here, you know? So many choices. So many things that can happen in this game, honestly. I don't even know where this team comp is going. I feel like Lulu will lose to Gragas, but I don't know. They could have some weird trick in the book that could just break the game, for all I know. You know? That's the sum of it. That's some sum of it, you know. I feel like she really just gotta stick to her farm in the top lane as Lulu. So I have no idea, you know. I'm tempted. I was tempted. I don't know if they thought that Gragas was the support when they locked in Gragas, and then when they picked Yone, they were like, "Oh no, that like Yone is the mid lane. Gragas isn't like the mid." I don't even know what was going on. This is why I'm not a coach. This is why I don't pick, because it'd be like 100% coach diff, you know. Like I wouldn't get. I don't know. I really don't know. Wow. This is duct tape, man. It's duct tape, bro. Like I said earlier, come to you live, me and this duct tape. Whole stream, whole night. Just me and him. Right here, in this little booth. By myself. With this duct tape. It's interesting, you know, duct tape. It's used for a lot of things. It can fix a lot of things. But it can also destroy them. So, you know. Lots of back and forth with duct tape. You know. Heavy stuff. Light stuff. Waterproof. I honestly wouldn't use this for like trying to waterproof something. I don't think that's smart. Like I know it can be done, but like I don't trust it, you know? I really don't. Like I understand the how water runs off of it, but I don't think duct tape could hold up that well. Like I think I've seen people make boats out of duct tape, but I don't think that like you could go across the Atlantic or Pacific with a boat made of duct tape. Like keep it on a lake. It's fine. You might be able to catch some fish or something. You know, but I don't think it would hold up for as long as people might assume. You know, because I think the edges of duct tape on the side, they like roll up a little bit. And with that roll up, like water can get in there, you know, and then just it makes it work. So I don't know. Interesting for sure. Gosh, why does spectator delay have to exist? Like, I understand it. I understand the concept of it, but like, gotta sit here. Gotta sit here and wait. You gotta wait. I gotta wait. Can't I just get hype in the game? Can I just be in the game already? You know? It's darn shame. It's darn shame. But we're getting there. We're getting on in, and we're getting in. Ready to go. Setting on up. Popping it down. Bringing it out. Oh my Che, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing start. Look at those potions being bought. Looks like both junglers start with the chill smite is what they're both going for. Alright, good for the slow down. You know? Top lane's very interesting. Gragas decided to go with corrupting potion instead of an item and some basic potions. Alright, Caitlyn getting a nice little poke there as their 5-man invade into the jungle. They're walking in. They're just going all in. There's a ward there though, so they gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh, Thresh has the good skin. Spirit Blossom. He also has like the black and white special edition, which is from the little the event. The event. I have that one. It's really good. I like it. I also have the one for Riven. I got the one for Riven because I thought that skin just looked top notch, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the Udyr skin is the dragon spirit Udyr. That's the dragon spirit. Yeah. It's funky. It's funky. It's got the eyebrows, as I say. Okay, starting red for Udyr and starting blue directly across there. Ooh, Udyr started Tiger Stance. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I honestly don't really know how to play Udyr jungle, but I would typically have started with R because Udyr is a special character who actually can start with his ultimate ability because his ultimate ability is just kind of a basic ability. It's not like something crazy. Okay, Gragas with the poke there. Alright, trying to throw down and push away Lulu. Lulu does have TP. Is this like the... Oh, what's the name of that Senna skin? I don't even know. Okay, good back and forth down here in the bot lane. Some very casual poking. Going back and forth there. Flashing back and forth between the bot lane and the top lane. Something's gonna happen. Something's gotta. Alright, Gragas going on in. He's throwing down the barrels. He's drinking his drink. Okay. I thought there was something. Alright, Yone's running on in. Running down on the Ezreal, trying to get him. But getting chunked out of his hit point bar. Ezreal just got on out of there like no tomorrow. Okay. Jumping on down, trying to get that root, but Senna missed. Alright, hook missed. You hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it. But you love to see it too. Alright, good root coming from the Zyra there. Nicely done. Alright, Yone going in, doing some damage, bopping on back to his little clone there. Oh, nice poke from Zyra going out there. Oh, Gragas is just getting poked down. Oh, we might see the Udyr engage. There's the bear stance running in, but the dash from the Gragas. Ooh, a flash from Udyr. Getting some damage with the ultimate. Udyr going in, going strong under the tower now. Trying to burst him down is Gragas. Throwing the turret shots in first blood. Takes him out, and Yone's looking real low. And the dash and takeout of the Yone from Ezreal. Oh my Che, what a close first blood call. Yone was so low. And he didn't back because he had tried that jungle engage there in the mid lane, but then ended up just losing a buttload of hit points. And in the end, Ezreal was able to just kind of boop, 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 get him on out. But dang, Gragas got a kill on Udyr and got his flash. But I guess Gragas also used his flash, so it was kind of a good flash trade. Good poke coming from Gragas. He's level 5 on already. Lulu's 3, oh, 4 still. Level 3's down to the bot lane. Gragas really pushing Lulu off the waves here. Nice, nice. Good barrel, good barrel. Chug that drink. Okay, okay, a hook on the jungle right there, and there's Udyr getting ready to root and stun, and a nice little tag team of a 3v1 on the Elise. The ward, the dangerous ward. Oh my Che-Che. Just couldn't see the Udyr there. Udyr's getting ready to run in, but alas, they know he's there. So, what an interesting attempt at a gank coming from Udyr. Okay, okay. You see Gragas is pushing pretty hard. He's level 6 now. If he can get a barrel behind Lulu and throw her out from under the tower, he could take her out. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens. Alright, nice back and forth down here in the bottom lane. Let's take a look at CS, however. Take a look at that. The University of Montana's really slacking on CS. It's not looking too hot. Alright, Yone's going in here on the Ezreal. Backing on out with a nice little poke and then run. Poke and run, poke and run. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go, here we go. Bringing back and forth, taking that drag. Oh, and Caitlyn just couldn't quite get that. She tried for the steal. She tried. Couldn't go. Back and forth, going back and forth here. Gragas with a nice little take out. Ooh, nice barrel there. Getting back and forth. Chugging that jug. Oh, and a nice, just at the tip hook, and a nice flail, bringing her out with a root on the Senna, throwing out the damage, but there's the Zyra to throw it right back at him. Bringing it back and forth. Nicely done. Okay, okay, taking out wards. Jet Jaguar with a nice play. Alright, good barrel. Popping down the Lulu like no tomorrow. Okay, Udyr running Elise down. Okay, Elise getting ready to potentially go in. No, she's gonna back. Checking it out. Okay. Bringing back and forth here. Okay, a nice little back and forth. The Lulu ult and the Jet Jaguar running in with Udyr, getting a channel. Big Pickle's gonna go down, most likely to the Udyr here, and there he is! The ultimate from Udyr takes him out! Eagle Burst! Oof! Alright, oh, Yone going back and forth. Good back and forth damage coming from Yone and Ezreal. Pretty even match, but I think Ezreal definitely has the upper hand. He does have a level on Yone because of that one kill. Oh, no, Ezreal is backing. He's gonna go and get some items as the minions go and chunk the turret down. Lulu's out of mana. She's gonna back as she just pushed up the wave to the tower. Nice honor. Nice honor. Alright, PSU does have the advantage of about 3k gold lead, or I should say 2.5k gold lead. University of Montana is not looking too hot right now. Second Drake is Ocean, however, so we have Cloud and Ocean as the first two. We'll see if it decides to be a Mountain, or if it decides to be Infernal. Looks like we got some fiddle chat in the chat. Oh, good root coming from Zyra right there. Nice little back forth. Jet Jaguar is in the bush, but there's a pink ward waiting for him. Okay, Big Pickle throwing out a barrel, doing a little bit of damage on the Lulu. Okay, trying to get that back and forth. Okay, checking it out, doing some damage. Chug, 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 Big Pickle. Leveling up. Alright, checking it out in the mid lane. Jet Jaguar coming in hot. He's trying to get that burst on down. He does get the stun as Ezreal dashes. Yone trying to go in with the ultimate, propping down. Jet Jaguar jumps on in with his dash up, and Ezreal chunks her out. Jet Jaguar goes down. Yone is throwing the damage on Ice Cream Pint, and there it is. The bursting cone does not save Ezreal, and oh my Che-Che, he goes back to the clone, and Lulu's there waiting, but Udyr's ready to come on in. Chaos Master 89's got to get on out of there. And he gets taken out by the Lulu. The bear stance was too strong as the stun went out. Unfortunate for Chaos Master. He got the Ezreal, but at what cost? At what cost? Okay, back and forth, a root there, knock up potential on the Zyra, but alas, they were able to walk on out of it. Okay, getting that good damage from the nice plants here. But plants under tower does not look too hot. Oh, good hook and go, and a flail back in the wrong direction. A double root from Zyra, and there he goes. There we see the kill of the Senna coming from Caitlyn. Nicely done. And up here in the top lane, Gragas and Lulu going back and forth. Like no tomorrow, Jet Jaguar's coming around, bound town. Trying to come in for this nice gank. We'll see what can happen. We'll see what can happen. Yone throwing down the damage there. Shentai and Nayanara, however, in the bot lane, taking second turret plate. Ezreal getting ready to take more turret plate in the mid lane. Oh my Che-Che, that's second turret plating down in the mid lane. Ezreal's getting that gold, that money. Got a 3k gold lead. PSU is taking the advantage strong. Let's take a look at CS, however. We see Lulu's about 30 CS up. Yeah. Let's take a look. Oh, we do see Gragas trying to go in. He channels the Chug. Very unfortunate. Even the jungle's 30 CS down. Mid lane's 40 down. Bot lane is, what, like 30 down? Oh my Che-Che. It's just not looking too hot at all. Big Pickle's out of mana, getting chunked out of there. Bringing it back and around. He's chugging. He's smacking. Still out of mana. Trying to get that experience and the gold from the minion wave, but alas, here we have it. Okay. Looks like Ezreal's getting that turret plating down. Bring it back and forth. Oh my Che-Che, what a play. Ezreal's really pushing this lane. 2 levels above Chaos Master, and Chaos Master still went in for some poke. And he's going in, he's trying hard against this Ezreal. Goes, hits the ultimate button, tries to go, and he flashes to try to get out of Ezreal's way, but Ezreal chunks him out, and he takes him down. Unfortunate for Yone. Oh, and Udyr goes and takes the dragon. Wasn't even on camera, but it wasn't even contested. I have a microphone that's in my way. Can't even see it, but we do have Infernal Map. Infernal Map is in play, so no mountain this time. Only plains. Yep. Okay. Gragas does have the upper hand with the poke in the top lane, but Lulu does have the CS and now does have a level advantage. Alright, we do see a dash and a barrel go into the Lulu, taking her down, and an ultimate to throw her over to his turret. And alas, she's ulting herself to get away, and here we see the Udyr coming on in. Chaos Master having to save Jet Jaguar, and a nice stun going on to Udyr. He has to get out of there with the bear stance, blasting cones away, and alas, does the emote to get him out of there. Udyr trying to run on out, gets back. Nicely done. Alright, checking it out. Okay, ooh. A miss of a hook from the Thresh. Alright, oh, and Jet Jaguar does steal his blue buff from the Udyr, as Udyr tried to get it. And here we do see Ezreal dashing onto the Yone, and a nice ultimate from Senna to take him out, but Ezreal goes to the kill and gets it on the top. Unfortunate there for Chaos Master. It's kind of in a 1v3, if I do declare. Alright, and the Baron does go, not the Baron, but the Rift Herald does get dropped. And we're going. Alright, mid lane chunking on down. Ice Cream paint job bringing in the heat. Raid boss Rammus bringing him down. Trying to run on over. Ezreal does take that middle tower. Leaves it to Herald to take the rest. And that inhib tower. That's what he wants. Raid boss Rammus is getting ready to bear stance on in onto the Gragas here with Ice Cream Paint Job coming in from behind. Big Pickle has nowhere to go. He's under tower. He gets stunned and gets taken out by a Ice Cream Paint Job. Oh my Che, what a play. Wow. Take a look at that. Okay, bring out that damage back and forth. Rooted, double root, Zyra ult, knock up onto the Thresh, doing some damage, trying to get some work, but the ultimate was blocked by the Senna. Oh my Che, Caitlyn trying, but she just couldn't, as Senna went and blocked a double root there from Senna. Senna then gets rooted under tower. It's not looking too hot for Senna. Zyra might go in to take some tower shots first. We do see Elise coming on down, however. Getting ready to hop on in. Here we do see a jump, but a root goes onto Elise and a miss of a root as the flash goes down from Senna to get on out of there. But turret goes down in the bot lane for PSU. With a one lane in the advantage for UMT. The other two are not looking too hot. But here we go. Here we go. Ice Cream Paint Job walking around. Jet Jaguar's right here in Udyr's jungle. Udyr does now see him. Gets him off that red buff, and Udyr goes for the kill, but alas, the blasting cone does get him out. Oh my Che, look at the damage from Ezreal there, and Shente is just getting chunked. What was he doing? He was just walking on down out of there. I didn't even see that. Oh, Nayunar getting double kill for Ezreal. Oh my Che. Walking on down, Jet Jaguar having the blasting cone over, just barely makes it out. Oh my goodness, look at that attempt at a over-the-wall kill. Udyr chasing him down, Thresh with the hook kill! Getting a kill on Jet Jaguar. Oh my Che. What a play, what a play. Lulu, Baby Shark, do. Bringing it out and around. Checking it out, Shente in the downtown in the mid lane. Ice Cream Paint Job going and taking that back and forth with the crows. The Jaguar can't really take anything from his jungle. He is half of Udyr's CS now. And oh, Chaos Master is going in. Lulu is having to run around as Yone just can't really chase her. Alright, she has to bubble out of there. Even though the Thresh Lantern had gone over the wall for her to grab, but alas, she did not take it. She decided to walk through the turret and get shot at. Interesting. Okay, throwing it down. Ice Cream Paint Job taking blue buff up here. We do see a potential team fight around the dragon. Sarah going down. We do see a TP coming from the Big Pickle. Coming on down as Gragas running out. Udyr getting ready to run on in. Getting stunned, however, by the Zyra. And an ultimate going and taking her down is a Big Pickle. But alas, there goes Elise to the Ezreal. The damage is just too strong. Alright, nice Thresh hook onto the Gragas, a nice stun and an ultimate from him, and a double kill for Ezreal. Lulu goes and takes a kill, and she's in the backline on the Shente there, and there goes Yone to the Ezreal, and a quadra kill for Ezreal going on down. Oh my Che, Ice Cream Paint Job for the nice quadra kill. And then there's the dragon going to Senna. What a play! What a play indeed. Lulu just came out from around town south, bringing it back to the back line. Shente couldn't see it coming, was just getting chunked down. The back line just wasn't there. Lulu, however, having the ult to survive against Jet Jaguar polymorph. Now a root goes from the Zyra, and alas, a double shutdown back and forth onto the Caitlyn. From Caitlyn onto Lulu, and then Lulu onto the Elise there. Oh. What an interesting play. Wow. Alright, hold on. Little mastery there. Alright, bringing in the heat. Udyr with the turtle stance. doing some damage on the Gromp there. Chaos Master down here in the bot lane. Pushing off the wave. Okay, miss of one ability from the Ezreal, but that doesn't matter. He just comes back up. Big Pickle getting chunked. A nice dash from Ezreal. He's going in. The minion wave saving Big Pickle. Oh, and the Ezreal ult to miss the Big Pickle. And oh my Che. What is going on here? Check was at 1 hit point. And he takes out Gragas in the top lane. Oh my Che. What a top lane shenanigans coming from Ezreal here. Paint job. Bringing it back and forth, dropping the second Herald down. About 10 seconds till Baron's back and in action for this game. Wow. Okay. Yone doing some work, trying to get that knock up here on the Senna, doing some damage. She's running. She's getting out of there. And Lulu is now behind the Yone. She dropped a ward right there on the map. You can take a look there. She is behind him. Ezreal up here, however, in a 1v3, but that doesn't matter. He does get stunned, however, but he did a lot of damage, but there he goes! Shente taking him out! Oh my Che. Chaos Master in the Lulu down here, and now there's a 1v4, but alas, Lulu didn't need help because she took her out herself! Nicely done, and here we do have a nice stun right there on the Udyr as he tried to run after the Elise. Lulu's doing some work on Elise, chunking her out, bringing down that damage. Baby Shark coming on in. Nice shield to stop that Elise from doing any damage. A nice back and forth, good from the Zyra. Lots of damage on the Zyra ultimate to knock up the Thresh right there, and then nice kill from Udyr on the Zyra. Bear stance too strong. Running on in, flashing, getting the stun on the Caitlyn. Caitlyn having to flash out under the Nexus turret. Oh my Che. What a nice kill from Elise onto Udyr, and a nice ultimate from Ezreal to throw it down under tower. Trying to get that vision. It's on such a low cooldown. Why not? Why not? Okay. Throwing it out around. They're really having to defend right now. They have 1 inhib down, or is it 2? 2 inhibs down. I can quite see on the map. Checking it back and forth. This is interesting. They gotta hold their bot lane, but I think Ezreal's gonna push it really hard to get that double super minion in each lane, and once that happens, it could be game over for UMT. They're 3 dragons out, 7 turrets behind, and about a 12k gold deficiency. And oh my Che, what nice over the wall dash and burst on the Zyra coming from Ezreal, and a nice double kill right there onto the Elise. The nice going in on the Big Pickle. Udyr with the support on the stun, trying to do a lot more damage. Ice Cream Big Pickle gets a triple kill. Ice Cream paint job for the nice triple on UMT, throwing the ultimate down under the Nexus home base. Getting some vision to where the other team members are. Ice Cream paint job. We're going dashing down, and there's the kill on Caitlyn. Nicely done, and here we see Yone's down here trying to get a kill and gets the shutdown on the Ezreal and dashes back to his clone, and he gets out of there free of charge. Nicely done. Good shutdown gold. Wow. Taking a look, trying to go back, and a nice hook onto the Yone, and a nice shutdown on the Zyra there from the Lulu, and there goes a double kill for the team as Senna takes out Yone, and Yone takes out the Lulu. Udyr's running on and gets a stun on the Gragas. They go back and forth, trying to do some damage, trying to take out Elise before she bursts him. Gragas is down here at little health points, but he gets taken out by Senna, and there's the Udyr going down, and it's double kill for Senna. She takes out Elise, and the minions take the win on the Nexus. And for once, Riot Games didn't end our game early and let us watch it get burst down. That goes first game for the Vikings, and PSU takes victory 1 of potentially 2. All right, we got 2 more games of the night, getting ready to go on into this next match. I'll take a couple minute quick break for you, and we'll be back for round 2. Stick around, folks. See you then. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the stream. I'm your host, Disco Potato, coming at you live from the eSports training room. As always, me and my piece of duct tape here, you know, living large during these breaks. Not gonna lie. Having a good time out here. Having a good time. Getting excited for the next second game going on in. We're taking a look at the players. They're getting ready, hopping on in. We should start any minute now. Now, this next game, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see what the Griz decide to pick, decide to ban. That Lulu really did work in the top lane. Like, getting those good ganks early on was really nice. Now, Big Pickle was able to hold his own. He got that turnaround gank kill on the Udyr right off the bat. You know, he got first blood. He was really kicking it. And Lulu, however, was able to keep her CS up here while Gragas was way down here. So, you know, getting that back and forth, that counteracting, you know, interesting plays. It's something else. Something else. Honestly, the entire game, the CS difference was massive for either side. And that's really what's going to win or break these games. So, we'll see. All right, we get a Rammus first ban and then a Gragas first ban. All right, I guess his Gragas was just a little too strong. Big Pickle wants to bring it on out. Cho'Gath as a second and Gnar as a second for the other team here. Okay, I see how it is. Now we take a look, see what our third ban is, and it's the Yasuo. We saw a Yasuo ban last time. We see it again. And here we see there's the set ban. Oh, Jet Jaguar not having a good time. Taking away his boy. Oh, okay. We got the Udyr first pick. Taking it away from him. That's looking nice. It's looking nice. Okay. All right. Callista first pick. Very interesting. Okay. And we'll see what they decide to choose for the second pick. We'll see if they decide to do a support right away or they decide to do a jungle to try to counteract the Udyr. I don't know. Yorick. Okay, Yorick's interesting. Yorick is definitely an interesting pick. Nicely done. Thank you, Grace. Good to see you in chat. I do love the hair as well. It's looking nice. Okay, Leona as a pick. Nicely done. Okay, interesting. Now, Senna Leona is really fun. Honestly, I love the Leona plays. When I'm supporting, I play Leona a little bit. She has some good skins. She has some really good skins. All right, we have a Twitch. Pick. Now, I believe. Oh, there's AG in the chat. Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. I almost missed you. All right. We do have Twitch, so I do believe that Twitch is going to be in the jungle against the Udyr, so that's back and forth. We do have the nice little Seraphine ban as a pick, and then Morgana. All right. And we might see a second support ban coming from UMT because I don't believe... Ooh, there's a spider on the table. Because I don't believe that the Vikings have chosen the support yet. So now it looks like they might be choosing... all right, they got the Shen ban. It's interesting. And then we have an Echo ban, which we saw last time. Interesting. Okay, nice. Taking a look back and forth here. All right, Ice Cream Paint Job does get the pick. Okay, Vayne. This could be an interesting pick. Kha'Zix, okay. Kha'Zix, you know. Okay. Again with the weird lane comps. I have no idea where anything is going anymore. I really don't. No, I just don't. I don't even want to look at Viking side. I'll just let them roll out their rolls, and then I'll see what happens. You know, see what happens. All right, we do have a Nivea pick in the mid lane. Malphite in the top, Nivea in the mid, Senna Leona in the nice bot lane, and Udyr as the jungle. All right, I believe their Thresh is going support again, so I guess that's a guaranteed. I think Yorick's in the top, but I'm unsure. I think it's Callista. I think Callista might be in the top lane, and Twitch might be in the bot lane. And then Kha'Zix is the jungle. But they aren't rotating anything. They're not rotating anything. They are not switching any lanes. They're not jumping out. Maybe they're switching what they're playing? I don't know. I really don't know. Ice Cream Paint Job went mid lane last time. Wait, they have Chubby Panda in the game. I don't remember Chubby Panda in the last game. Did they switch out players? I don't even know. They could have switched around. I don't know. Adequate Gaming in here full force. Good to see ya. 2 out of 3 of the AG teams here. Cool. Well, the third one is in the game. AG Shente is in the game, you guys. So technically it is 3 out of 3. They're all here. One of them is just actually on the screen, and the other 2 are in chat. So good win. Good win. So far, the Vikings have 1 point. They took the first victory, but we do have this next game coming in. And honestly, I have no idea what to expect from anything that the Vikings decide to do. This team comp is crazy, and I am unsure of everything, and I am very confused onto where anybody is going. So, gonna be one heck of a ride, you know? Jeez, I'm pretty sure I can 100% say Thresh is the support, right? Thresh is support. The rest are I think Kha'Zix should be jungle. So Thresh support, Kha'Zix jungle. I think Twitch mid, Callista ADC, and Yorick jungle. Wait. No, Yorick top lane. That's what I meant. I meant Yorick top lane. So Yorick in the top, right? Twitch jungle. No, Kha'Zix jungle, Twitch mid lane, Callista Thresh in the bot. Yeah. Hopefully I'm right. But I don't know. I see in chat, Vegicarp saying draft diff F. Going full bamboozle in chat, confused .ard. Yeah, you guys really are. You guys really are going full bamboozle. Full bamboozle. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of crazy. Kind of nuts. Dang, Vegicarp giving up part of his salary. Respect, Veggie, respect. It's nice. Wait a second. You guys getting paid? Dang. Wow. Taking a look into the game. Taking a look. Just having to go back and forth, honestly. It really, I don't think that timer was right, though. 5 minutes? It's not 5 minutes on the spectator delay, right? It's 3. So, got another like 40 seconds till we can actually get into the game. Yeah. You're right, Salty. He does get paid in fiddle skins. There we go. Rise up, viewers. Rise up. Taking a look. Getting back and forth. Okay, I think another 10 seconds and we should be in the game. Should be getting on in there. So, take a look, see what kind of advantages we got. Alright, there we go. Alright, hopping into the game. Get, whoa, ho, ho. Would you look, wait a second. Oh. What? What was that? There was a horse on the screen. There.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
What? There was a different champion. Look. But there's no. What? Did you guys saw that, right? Udyr was just like, I'm a different champion suddenly? Like, what happened there? League of Legends, hello? Riot Games? What's going on? What's going on? What do you know?
Minions have spawned.
Okay. I believe, yeah, Baby Shark was their top lane player. Yeah, Baby Shark was their top lane player, but I don't know. Okay, so Baby Shark is up there. Kallista's in the top lane. Okay. So we'll take a look at that. Alright, against Big Pickle. Looks like Kha'Zix is in the mid. Okay. So none of them switched lanes, it seems. Seems none of them switched lanes. Interesting. Okay. So, I guess, I mean, I do see the smite on the York. Okay, Kalista just behind him. Behind the Malphite. What's she doing? She trying to kite around him, trying to get this first blood. Oh my Che, the pullout of the nice spears for the first blood in the top lane. Baby Shark coming out for a blood. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, down here in the bot lane. Okay, we do have the Twitch. Okay, Okay. Whew. Interesting. Okay. Going back and forth here. Run it down and around. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, Baby Shark looking low. She's getting the turret plating shot. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Malphite coming back with the kill. Nicely done. Get that heat. Okay. Back and forth here. You're right, Maverick. And yeah, emergency, I was just saying. Yeah, it is the High Noon Senna skin does have a horse at the start. I didn't know that. That's the first time. Nice. Really sucks that I'm on a 2-minute spectator delay from you guys. Otherwise, I could have gotten that live. Anivia really poking down this Kha'Zix like no tomorrow. Midnight lane not looking too hot, that's for sure. But I think Kha'Zix will come back in the late game. That's what he's got to wait for, though. But Anivia with the poke is just... It's going to be pretty intense. Okay. Out and around here, we see in the bot lane. Good farm going back and forth. Very even. Let's see, could I get our... Oh, a nice jungle gank from Jet Jaguar here going, and there's the Tiger stance with a nice attack going in! Jet Jaguar secures the kill on Kalista in the top lane! Nicely done! Going in for that sweet gank. Ooh. Let's see, can I, have my technical staff switch, Twitch and Kha'Zix's position on the scoreboard so we can see it, directly across. Or let's just kind of pull it around. Yeah, there he goes. Thank you very much. Nice engage on there from the Kha'Zix. Going in, Kha'Zix trying to get Anivia. Udyr having to run on in, saving her life. Oh, going down, and here comes the York trying to get a kill on the Anivia, and there he goes. York secures the kill, and here comes the Udyr back and forth down here in the bot lane, though. Twitch is having to hump back and forth, going on to the Anivia in the mid lane, but they going back, and oh my Che, look at the Leona trying to stun out the Thresh, but going back, and oh my goodness. What was happening? Drags up in about 5 seconds. In the top lane, Kallista's just jumping around. Okay, a nice miss of a Thresh hook. York is walking down the lane, though. Down the river. Coming ready to gank the bot lane, most likely. There is a ward in the bush, so here they do see it. Senna's gotta go, throws the root onto this Twitch, and they do get on out of there. Ooh, and the flash from the Thresh and a miss of a hook. And a nice back and forth here from the Shente. It isn't a 2v3 as York comes in, walls the nice flash from Leona there, however, was really done. Good job, good job. Okay, okay. Okay, good stun from the Anivia, throwing down some more damage on the Kha'Zix, out poking him like crazy. He's really got to be careful going into the game here. Okay, good stun. Get more poke. Nice dash, jumping over, puts a wall up, throws down more and more damage. He uses his jump to get to her, can't jump over the wall. There we go. Okay, jumping back and forth onto the Twitch here. All right, good hook from the Thresh, pulling her under, and Senna gets even more poke on the Twitch. Trying to go back and forth. Can we switch Twitch/K6 spots on tab? Oh yeah. Could we get the Twitch and the Senna to swap? Oh my Che, I'm looking at that. Kha'Zix killing. There's the Yorick death, and Thresh is looking really low. Kha'Zix jumping over the wall, and there's a double kill for Udyr. Hopping on down, he's running at him. Hits the bear stance button to get that speed. Kha'Zix is getting ready, however, he is level 6, and the nice root from Leona over the wall to follow him all the way there. Oh my Che, what is going on? Bringing it back and forth. Get the technical support to switch the ADCs and support on either team, please. Got a request in chat to switch to have ADCs above the supports. Going on in. You need the other side as well. Good, sir. Oh, no, almost. Oh, no, he took his mouse away. Come on, switch the twitching sweat Thresh. There you go. Yeah, all right. Oh, he's doing it to me. The BM. Okay, good back and forth from Kalista Malphite. Kalista's really pushing pressure on the Malphite here in the top lane. That's for sure. Okay, bring it out and around. Okay, trying to do more and more poke. Just going for the tower turret plating. Malphite's gonna run forward. He is basically out of mana, so it's not looking too hot for him. But he does get some damage off on the Kalista here. It's nicely done. I think Kalista's definitely trying to go for the Kraken Slayer first, I do believe. All right, oh, nice ultimate from the Malphite to take out Kalista. What a great Q to R combo on her. Yorick is coming up from the jungle, however, he's not gonna get him. Nicely done. Big Pipple coming in clutch. Oh, a nice dash and go onto the nice Thresh. Going back onto the Twitch here. Back and forth, Senna doing some damage. Nice stun onto the Thresh, and here it goes. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the Senna taking out the Thresh like no tomorrow. And here we see Twitch going in the heel, coming out, and Twitch goes and takes him, but Leona's going down and taking out Twitch like no tomorrow. Malphite is out of mana, but Udyr's coming in for the kill. Aura Yorick hits the R button, but doesn't quite get it as he gets taken out by Udyr. Oh my Che, Udyr's now 4-0. Ooh, that's what I call a good game in the top lane. Ooh, Malphite going. Oh, Kalista with the shutdown! Having to get out of there. He tried back and slowly but surely she had the ward in there and took him out. Unfortunate. Okay, looks like Kha'Zix is walking around. Oh my Che, look at the damage on the Kha'Zix! Bringing in the heat, taking out Senna like no tomorrow. The burst from a full health to a quarter left was like nothing else. Udyr going and taking Herald, however, nicely done. Coming from both sides, Chaos Master walking up into the top lane, trying to push Kalista out of that turret. Alright, bringing it out and around here, trying to do some damage. Kalista throwing down some work. Okay, here we do have the ultimate down for Anivia. Anivia does get the blue buff. And Herald is dropped down there in the jungle. Okay, interesting place for the Herald. Alright, Udyr is walking forward, trying to get a gank. He hits the bear stance, and there's the wall, and Kha'Zix has to use his jump to get on out of there. Udyr does catch up, getting the stun on him, however. And a miss of a stun from Anivia. And here comes Twitch, however, bringing it back and forth. Jet Jaguar has to get on out of there, as Twitch and Kha'Zix are both very dangerous, and Anivia is out of mana. And the dragon does go to Yorick and the Thresh. As they walk on up, Mountain Drake gets taken, and Cloud Drake does appear in the upper left corner there. Second drag is Cloud. So we'll either get another Inferno map, or we might get a mountain. No, not mountain, an ocean. Ocean. Okay, checking it out, walking around. Malphite doing some work on Kalista here, but he's getting pushed down under tower like no tomorrow. Okay, going back and forth. Looks like Kha'Zix and Udyr both have their first item officially built. We got the Turbo Chem tank on the Udyr and the Duskblade, or not the Duskblade. Is it Duskblade? No, it's not Duskblade. Duskblade is purple. That's way back. Oh, here we might see an engagement here from the Udyr. A nice stun onto the Yorick and a nice dash over from Leona. And the wall goes up, and the flash from Shente going on down. Yorick getting taken out by Udyr. And here we see in the back lane, Nayanar is getting taken down by the Thresh. But alas, he goes back and forth as Twitch was taken out. And now a nice stun coming from Jet Jaguar for a nice kill, bringing him to 6-0. Nicely done. Wow. Okay, Malphite Kalista going back and forth up here in the top lane. Kalista looking low on mana, but that doesn't matter if she's an ADC and requires no mana to do an auto attack. And here we do see turret plating is going down here in the bot lane. That's 2 down. We do have Udyr with the turtle to chank that shot. Okay, good take out of the pink ward here. Okay, good claps coming from Malphite. Lots of good damage onto the Kalista here. Kalista, however, does go with nice ultimate, knocking her up. And a good takeout from a big pickle up in the top lane. Kha'Zix is getting a Jet Jaguar to run away in fear, as Jet Jaguar does have to back now from the Kha'Zix. We do have an Anivia ping. Trying to get it back and forth. Trying to get Anivia to go and take the red buff from him. And she does get the red buff from Kha'Zix. Nicely done, and a good steal coming from Anivia, aka Chaos Master 89. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay, throwing down the ultimate. Yorick is going after a big pickle. He goes with the Q, a TP from Kalista over here with the speed onto the ward, into the bush. Big pickle's getting cut out in a 2v1. Oh my Che, what a good kill coming from Arizona. I mean, the Vikings, PSU here. Arizona was the last one. No, it was Alabama. I don't know where I got Arizona from. We'll get them in the long run. Alright, first turret for the game goes to the Vikings here. Nicely done, nicely secured up in the top lane. Kalista just really has that pressure in the lane compared to Malphite. Jet Jaguar does run forward. He has the bear stance, getting the stun, going with the tiger stance, trying to do some work, doing some damage. She is kiting him out as Yorick is there. Here we do see an attempt at a stun, and there's a flash coming from the Kalista, and there's shutdown on Udyr. Good ultimate and a resurrection egg from the Anivia here, and a kill goes to Kha'Zix with a jump and a throw out of the damage going to the Kha'Zix in the mid lane. Unfortunate. Okay, Kalista is trying to do some more work. The Yorick is not leaving the top lane whatsoever. Raid boss Rammus wants to keep this pressure. He has his ult up. She's walking. The queen is walking around with him.
Alright, good ultimate onto the queen here, trying to clap the Callista. Here comes the Udyr with a nice stun from Bear Stance, and the Q goes, and the double kill for the teams, one on either side, as Udyr goes and takes him out. Nice Bear Stance over on the Callista here, trying to get out from the wall. He knows Kha'Zix is coming, and he goes and jumps over the wall there with a blasting cone, getting ready to jump onto the Udyr, taking out the blue buff. Udyr getting ready to run over at the Callista, and here comes Anivia, throws her ultimate down, and there's a jump from Kha'Zix over the wall. A nice stun from Anivia walling over there, trying to get Callista to take some out of the way, walking, pathing. Anivia is able to get on out of there. All right, down here in the bot lane, Nayanara and Shente doing some work, and a nice hook onto the Nayanara with a thresh, and a nice ultimate from Senna to heal the Leona, and a nice kill onto the thresh from Leona. Walking back and forth here, we do see the speed from the little shadow area here. We do see an attempt at a hook, and there he is. There, nice root there, stun there, and Nayanara takes the win, getting the kill on the Twitch here. Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Alright, here we do see Big Pickle getting poked out by Callista, and there she goes! Doing some work to get on out of there. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Okay, good jump from Kha'Zix to get a kill on Senna, and Shente is now in the Yorick shield, and then gets taken out by YorickQ. But alas, he went too far, and Anivia TP'd on in to get that nice kill on Yorick. Kha'Zix having to run on out of there. A nice thresh hook to try to get him, and it does save Ice Cream Paint Job like no tomorrow. Alright, walking on down. Okay, here we do see a Jet Jaguar going for drag here. Thresh trying to hook him, but doesn't quite make it. And a jump onto Anivia from the Kha'Zix. A lot of good damage, and a TP coming from Malphite from the top lane over into the bush here. Bringing it out and around. The dragon is now out, and it is getting reset. Alright, there it goes on back in. Okay, throwing it down and around. Callista is pushing it like no tomorrow. And I do love that Kha'Zix back. The little blossom. Kha'Zix blossom. Alright, good dash in coming from Leona. Doing some work. Shente doing some damage. Bringing in the heat. Good damage coming from Baby Shark. Shente having to get on out of there, however, because Callista does some damage. And a nice ultimate coming from Malphite to knock her up, getting a nice little blast back and forth. Baby Shark not knowing what to do, getting taken down. Shente coming on in with a nice stun and a shutdown for Malphite in the top lane on Callista. Nicely done. Alright, good root going on to the Twitch there. Senna doing some work. The back and forth. Okay, bringing it out and around. Okay, good dragon secure coming from the Vikings here. Udyr trying to run in, but has to run on out with Nayanara, but the Thresh is coming out from around back, and the Yorick gets the kill, and there's a nice kill on Nayanara from the Thresh. Getting that nice little takeout support on support action. Taking that kill. Well deserved. Oh, we have Senna with the Kraken Slayer. Bringing in the heat. Okay, back and forth here. Setting it out, setting it out. In the bot lane, they're doing some good pressure back and forth. Anivia does throw the ultimate down to clear some minions. She does get this nice little burst stun, as AP champions do, to take out those minion waves. And did we see a big wavelength of a push here coming from the Yorick, and a nice little engage from Jet Jaguar, and a nice ultimate from Malphite, and the shutdown goes to Malphite and the Yorick, and the Queen goes down at that. Nicely done. Callista is in the bush though, and here comes Senna. She's gonna get caught out, and Nayanara goes and gets a nice little stun root onto the nice Callista here, and a good ultimate from Nayanara to take out the Callista like no tomorrow. And here comes Kha'Zix in the bush. Malphite's gonna walk on down with a nice little ward that they see there, and they go and clap him for a little bit of damage. Shente is gonna do some work with Jet Jaguar on the turret here. Malphite coming in for the support. Big Pickle doing some work. Good back and forth, good back and forth. We do look at CS. The Vikings do have advantage in almost every lane except for jungle. Okay, oh, a nice thresh hook right there to keep him in, and a good stun from Twitch, doing some poison. Big Pickle looking real hurt, and the poison from the Twitch takes him out. Nothing he can really do on that. Nothing he can really do. Twitch does go and get some good auto attacks, taking out the crows here. Trying to do some work, gets them to reset, however. Very unfortunate for him, as he does have to go and redo it again. But he does take him out. Nicely done. Okay, throwing it back and forth. Here we do see Twitch is getting ready to walk behind the Yanara, doing some poison, getting some damage, and a nice stun, and a good hook right there onto the Senna from the Thresh. Nicely done. Alright, Callista, Thresh, and Twitch are doing a good push in the mid lane. And they've started Baron. Vikings are taking no shortage at the Baron. It is just hitting the 21-minute mark. And they're taking a look at it. Okay, back and forth. And there's the Baron. Goes to Callista. Jet Jaguar popped over to try to take it, but gets taken out by the Twitch and the entire team. Very unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Okay, throwing on down some damage over here on the Malphite, trying to get him into a circle, but he goes and knocks himself out of there. And the Queen was thrown on down, but alas, she gets turret shots and taken down. Alright, they have a 5-man push Baron buff in the mid lane. They only have 4 people up as Udyr is still down. And a miss of a Thresh hook. That's a good sign. It's a good sign for the UMT. Okay, here we do see they're walking around. Leona's getting ready to walk forward. A nice hook onto her and getting a stun as well. And Shantae's going on in. And there's a nice Senna ultimate to bring it on down. And there it goes. Callista drops to the Senna. Malphite going in, but he gets taken out by the Twitch. And there goes the Kha'Zix from about behind, taking a double kill for Leona Senna. Doing some work as he jumps over the wall to get away from the Udyr. Nicely done coming from the Vikings. They now have almost a 10k gold lead. Oh my Che. Whew. What is happening here? Baron buff in the mid lane still doing some work. Mid tower almost going down. Jet Jaguar running in, getting a stun onto the York. Trying to do some damage. He does get the Baron, the flash onto the Thresh here, and the ultimate pop. There's a Phoenix stance, burns him away. Here we see a TP, however, coming from Callista, doing some work, but Udyr goes down to the Twitch anyways. But Callista runs on in onto the Olivia, and York's down there as well. Bringing it back and forth, getting a stun on the York, making sure Olivia gets out of there. Here comes Leona, however, doing a nice stun onto the York, dashing on over to him, getting some damage, and there goes Leona, taking the kill on the York. And here we see if Callista has the spell shield up, going out here and trying to do some work. Shantae's trying to get her stunned. Doing some damage. Callista is able to take the tank out, and there goes the Kha'Zix with the jump, and there's some damage jumping forward. It goes, takes Anivia down into the egg, and the resurrect, and the ace goes to the Kha'Zix. Nicely done from the Vikings, bringing in the heat. Here comes Jet Jaguar and Callista getting a stun, doing some damage, doing some work, trying to get some action. Runs on out of there because Callista on against a tank is nasty. Trying to get out of here. They're going for the top tower. Mid inhib is now down, and here goes the top inhib as well. Third drag is up. Infernal is set and ready to go, and I think York's gonna run straight at Dragon, and Twitch might go over to assist him, but he might go to bot lane after he takes the red buff here. Okay, he is kiting the red buff, I do believe. Yep, red buff goes down, and Twitch is now walking around. Okay. Walking down to the bot lane, and Nivea is going over there. Sending it to him. Alright, York going, taking his blue buff. And it looks like Thresh is gonna start the drag. Alright, no, he's gonna clear wards around it. Udyr is gonna go in. He does have bear stance going, stunning the Thresh, bringing it down. Thresh pops the ultimate. Udyr does a lot of damage with his Phoenix stance, getting a stun on the Thresh, getting that Tiger stance, doing some damage. Attack speed boosted, getting it out, and a nice kill from Jet Jaguar onto the Thresh here. Nicely done. Okay, here we do see they are starting drag, but they're gonna back off just a tad because the other team has arrived. Shenté is caught out here in the Yorick circle, but alas, it doesn't matter. Nice stun onto the Yorick. A good heal from him. Trying to start, looks like Chaos Master is about to get taken out by the Kha'Zix. As he's behind, and there goes the center to the Twitch, and Shenté's looking real low, and a nice double kill for the Kha'Zix, and Yorick gets the kill onto the nice Udyr, and an ace coming from the Kalista. The dragon has been started, but Kha'Zix is just running down the base. They take third dragon and start running it down. Super Minions already at the Nexus Towers, and Kha'Zix is running it on over. They do have about 10 seconds before Nayanara's back up, but we'll see what happens. All right, one tower goes down. Here we're working our way over. Minions going and taken out with the ice cream paint job to take out that second tower. He's not even going to attack it. He starts backing. Here we're going. The minions are trying to do some work. Here we do see Yorick's going and trying to get the Anivia caught out. Anivia throws down her ultimate, trying to do some work on Yorick. But he does flash under the tower here, getting on out. Saying to him, the Udyr is running him down, getting a nice stun. He's going back and forth with the Tiger stance, getting him out. And here comes the ice cream paint job going on top of him, getting a nice stun. And there he's taken out. Udyr, ice cream paint job for the win in the bot lane, chasing him down with a nice little, hey, chase me, I'm a Yorick action. And here we do see some work being done, and here's good stun on the Kalista, and good root coming from the Shenté, bringing it down, and there's the ultimate from the Malphite to shut down and knock up 3 other people, bringing in some damage. Their Kha'Zix takes out the Malphite, he jumps back onto the Anivia, goes and takes him out, and the double kill for both Twitch and Kha'Zix goes for the win, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the second game goes to PSU Vikings. Nicely done, nicely done. Good, weird comp, but still won. Very, very interesting at that. What an amazing game. Wow. You know, not gonna lie, UMT definitely did have a good advantage up there at the start. The team comp was really weird, but it was a good comp. Laning wise, very weirdly chosen, but they just had to get to that late game, get those items, and they were able to take it to the UMT Griz. Vikings coming in strong there at the end, but wow, what an amazing 2 games from both teams. You know, both fought really strong and really hard. Nicely done, nicely done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone who joined in, and thank you so much for the PSU Vikings who also joined in the chat. Good to see everybody, both opposite side and our side, in the chat. Always fun to have you. Look forward to seeing more people like you guys. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. And thank you so much yet again for joining us here on the stream. As always, this has been your host, Disco Potato, coming at you live from the eSports training room. See you next time, folks.